Over the past year, the story surrounding NewJeans, their legal battles, and the shocking actions of Min Heejin has become one of the wildest sagas K-pop has ever seen. But now that more evidence, court testimonies, and strange social media behavior have all come to light, the picture is clearer than ever. And honestly, it's even more unbelievable than anyone expected. This entire situation goes back years, way before the public ever knew something was wrong. According to court disclosures, KakaoTalk records, internal documents, and witness testimony, Min Heejin had been planning a takeover strategy as far back as 2017. While Source Music was building what would become NewJeans, she was already forming connections, collecting influence, and, incredibly, even discussing the group with a fortune teller. Messages revealed she paid tens of thousands of dollars for rituals, asked which trainees to keep or remove, and shared internal photos while preparing a secret 3-year plan to bring the team over. By 2021, she began delaying N-Team's debut package even though Source Music was ready to launch. Meanwhile, she kept messaging the shaman, asking for spiritual support and guidance on the group's composition. And by the end of that same year, the members were moved from Source Music to ADOR, the turning point that quietly shifted power. NewJeans debuted in 2022 and skyrocketed. ADOR flourished. Min Heejin became a genius producer in the eyes of the public, and HYBE rewarded her with stock options and shares worth over 260 billion won. Everything looked like a fairy tale success story, until her hidden plans started surfacing. By late 2023 and early 2024, as another HYBE group, Islet, prepared to debut and then later debuted in early 2024, Min Heejin began claiming that their concept was too similar to NewJeans. But inside the courtroom, KakaoTalk logs showed something very different. She was already meeting investors from Singapore and Saudi Arabia, crafting strategies to attack HYBE in the media, and preparing a separation plan where she and NewJeans would break away from the company entirely. She even promised ADOR's deputy CEO 30 billion won worth of shares if he helped with the takeover project, known in documents as Project 1945. Court findings later revealed the plan involved using the members, their parents, and the fandom to build public pressure, all while quietly meeting third-party investors. When HYBE discovered the internal documents, they launched an audit. Min Heejin responded by filing an injunction, painting herself as the victim of a corporate power grab. For a moment, it worked. She won the first injunction and appeared to the public as the heroic NewJeans mom defending the girls. But that image collapsed once the media published her messages with shamans, her plans to take the team, and her involvement in orchestrated public drama. By the end of 2024, the situation exploded. NewJeans appeared in live streams, spoke at the National Assembly, and held emotional press conferences, all actions that were later revealed to have been encouraged or scripted as part of Min's strategy. Tempers rose further when evidence of tampering surfaced, showing meetings between NewJeans families and outside executives while contracts were still valid. Then, in October 2025, the court made its decision. NewJeans lost the exclusive contract case completely. The judges said clearly Min Heejin had pushed the members toward an independence plan not to protect them, but to break them away from HYBE for her own agenda. Within 2 weeks, everything collapsed. On November 12th, Haerin and Haein officially returned to ADOR after long discussions with the company. 3 hours later, the older three, Minji, Honey, and Danielle, announced their own return without any coordination, creating even more confusion. Still, none of the members appealed the court ruling. One by one, they came back. Even though ADOR still hasn't confirmed anything yet about these 3 members, the chances of them also returning back are high. But while the members were returning, Min Heejin was unraveling in court. At the 260 billion won stock option trial, she testified for over 5 hours and said, "I don't remember" more than 30 times, and "I don't know" more than 20 times. She denied involvement in the live stream decisions, the National Assembly appearance, and even the contract termination notices, blaming the members' parents instead. Suddenly, the woman who spent a year calling herself their mother insisted the girls had acted alone, a reversal that shocked legal specialists and fans alike. She blamed the deputy CEO, then the parents, then even her own lawyers. But the problem was simple. The evidence she left behind contradicted nearly every part of her testimony. And while all this was happening, another symbolic event took place, one that fans didn't expect. Back when the group tried to break away, NewJeans and their parents created new Instagram accounts, first under the name Jeans for Free, later renamed MHDHH. the initials of all 5 members. These accounts became the symbol of their independent identity, separate from ADOR. Then, recently on December 1st, 2025, the members' accounts suddenly disappeared, completely deleted. To fans, this wasn't just social media housekeeping, it was the final sign that the NJ era, the attempted breakaway, the independent branding, the rebellious messaging was over. Some fans celebrated it as proof that the group was now fully returning to ADOR with clean hands. Others argued the deletion was simply required because the court ruled that any independent activity until 2029 would violate the contract. Either way, the accounts vanished at the exact moment all 5 members were making their way back to ADOR. For many, this moment felt like the final page of a long, painful chapter. But the legal story isn't over for Min Heejin. She now faces multiple civil and criminal lawsuits from HYBE, ADOR, Source Music, B-Lift Lab, and possibly even parents who now risk being held responsible due to her testimony. Experts estimate her potential damages could reach hundreds of billions of won. And since the court already named her Kakao Talk logs as core evidence, the excuses she used in court, including saying her brain structure is different, won't be enough to protect her. Meanwhile, NewJeans is preparing to rebuild under ADOR, the same company Min Heejin once tried to pull them away from. What happens next will be critical for everyone involved. But after everything that has come out, the planning, the shaman messages, the investor meetings, the shifting blame, and the sudden cleanup of old social media traces, one thing is clearer than ever. This entire saga was never simple. And now that all the pieces are finally on the table, the world can see the full picture for what it truly was. And that's it for this video, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Share in the comments down below, please. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.